Harriet Tubman, a name that resonates with courage, resilience, and an unyielding spirit. Her story is one of the most inspiring tales in American history. Now there's a name that echoes through history. But who was she before she became the legendary figure we know today? Born Araminta Ross around 1822, her life began in the brutal reality of slavery in Maryland. The early 1800s were a time of great hardship for many, but for those enslaved, it was a life of unimaginable suffering and relentless toil. Imagine being owned, treated worse than an animal. Every day was a struggle for survival, a fight to maintain one's humanity in the face of dehumanizing conditions. That was Harriet's life from day one. From the moment she was born, she was thrust into a world of pain and hardship. Yet, even as a young girl, she showed signs of the incredible strength that would later define her. She worked hard, too hard, and she suffered. She got whipped. The physical scars were a constant reminder of the cruelty she endured, but they also fueled her determination to break free. She saw her family torn apart. The pain of seeing loved ones sold off, never to be seen again, was a common experience for many enslaved families. This loss only strengthened her resolve, but Harriet, she had this fire in her. A burning desire for freedom that nothing could extinguish. Even as a child, she knew she was meant for something greater, a spirit that refused to be broken. Despite the constant oppression, she held on to hope. She believed in a future where she and others like her could live free. This young girl, barely a teenager, already knew what she had to do. She had to fight. She had to survive. She had to find a way to escape the chains that bound her. She had to be free. The dream of freedom was a beacon of hope that guided her through the darkest times. And not just for herself. Harriet's vision of freedom extended beyond her own life. She dreamed of a world where all enslaved people could experience the same liberation, for everyone trapped in the chains of slavery. Her early life was marked by unimaginable hardship, but it was also the crucible that forged her into the fearless leader she would become. Harriet Tubman's journey from a young enslaved girl to a symbol of freedom and justice is a testament to the power of the human spirit. In 1849, Harriet made a choice. A choice that would not only alter her destiny but also the course of history. She was born into the shackles of slavery, a life of unimaginable hardship and suffering, yet within her burned a fierce desire for freedom, a yearning that could not be extinguished by the oppressive chains that bound her. Harriet Tubman, a woman of extraordinary courage and resilience, decided that she would no longer live in fear. She chose to break free from the bonds that held her captive, a choice that would change her life and the lives of hundreds of others. She chose freedom. This decision was not made lightly, it was fraught with peril and uncertainty. Harriet knew that the path to freedom was treacherous, filled with dangers at every turn. Yet, she was undeterred. Her resolve was unshakable, her spirit indomitable. She understood that her actions would resonate far beyond her own life, inspiring countless others to seek their own liberation. She fled her plantation, leaving behind everything she knew. The familiar sights and sounds of her life were replaced by the unknown. The comfort of routine was exchanged for the uncertainty of the wilderness. Each step she took was a step into the unknown, a leap of faith driven by an unyielding desire for freedom. The night was her ally, the darkness her cloak. She moved silently, her heart pounding with a mixture of fear and hope. Can you imagine the guts that took? The sheer bravery required to leave behind everything familiar and venture into the unknown is staggering. Harriet's journey was not just a physical one, it was a testament to the strength of the human spirit. Her determination was fueled by a deep-seated belief in her right to be free, a belief that no amount of fear could extinguish. She journeyed north, guided by the North Star. The celestial beacon served as her guide, a constant reminder of the freedom that lay ahead. Each night she would look up at the sky, drawing strength from the stars that had guided so many before her. The North Star was more than just a point of light, it was a symbol of hope, a promise of a better future. Every step was a risk. The forest was both a sanctuary and a labyrinth, offering protection while concealing countless dangers. Harriet moved with caution, her senses heightened, aware that each step could bring her closer to freedom or peril. The ground beneath her feet was a constant reminder of the journey she had undertaken. A journey fraught with risks, but driven by an unyielding desire for liberty. Every shadow could be a slave catcher. The fear of capture was ever present, a dark cloud that loomed over her every move. Yet, Harriet did not let this fear paralyze her. Instead, it sharpened her instincts, making her more vigilant, more determined. She knew that the price of freedom was high, but she was willing to pay it. But fear didn't stop her, it fueled her. Each moment of terror was transformed into a source of strength. Harriet's resolve grew stronger with each passing day, her determination unwavering. She understood that fear was a natural response, but it did not have to be a limiting one. Instead, she used it as a driving force, propelling her forward on her quest for freedom. She knew what awaited her if she was caught. The consequences of capture were dire, a return to the brutal life she had escaped. The thought of being shackled once more, of losing the freedom she had fought so hard to attain, was a constant reminder of the stakes. Yet this knowledge did not deter her, it only made her more resolute. She pressed on, driven by an unyielding desire for liberty. Harriet Tubman's journey was not just a flight from oppression, it was a powerful statement of defiance, a declaration of her right to live as a free person. Her story is a testament to the power of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, the desire for freedom can triumph over fear. Harriet reached Philadelphia, a free woman at last, but freedom wasn't enough, not while her people still suffered. So, she did something extraordinary. She went back into the lion's den. She became a conductor on the Underground Railroad. This wasn't your typical railroad, it was a network of secret routes and safe houses. And Harriet, she was the best conductor they had. She risked her life again and again to guide others to freedom. They called her Moses. Like the biblical figure, she led her people out of bondage. 19 trips she made back and forth. Think about that, 19 times she stared down danger, stared down death. She rescued over 300 slaves, including her own parents. She was fearless. Some say she carried a pistol, not just for protection but to encourage those who might lose their nerve. She told them, "You'll be free or die." Harriet Tubman was a force of nature, a woman on a mission. Section 5. More than a conductor, Tubman's diverse contributions. But Harriet Tubman was more than just a conductor. She was a nurse, a spy, a scout. During the Civil War, she worked for the Union Army, using her knowledge of the land and her courage to help defeat the Confederacy. She even led a raid that freed over 700 slaves. This woman was unstoppable. She even spoke out for women's rights. She knew that true freedom meant equality for all. Section 6. A spy for the Union, Harriet's wartime heroism. The Civil War was raging, and Harriet, she saw another chance to strike a blow against slavery. She became a spy for the Union Army. Can you believe that? This woman who had escaped slavery herself was now using her knowledge to outsmart the very people who had oppressed her. She wasn't just gathering intel. Oh no, Harriet was involved in daring missions. She even guided Union soldiers on raids to disrupt Confederate supply lines. Section 7. Fighting for all freedoms, Tubman and women's suffrage. After the war, Harriet continued her fight for justice. She knew that freedom wasn't just about escaping chains, it was about having a voice, having rights. She joined the movement for women's suffrage. She spoke at rallies, demanding that women be given the right to vote. Her message was clear: freedom is for everyone, regardless of race or gender. She was a true champion of equality. Section 8. A legacy of courage, inspiring generations. Harriet Tubman's story is a testament to the human spirit's resilience. She faced unimaginable hardship, yet emerged as a beacon of hope and courage. She didn't just talk about freedom, she lived it. She fought for it. She embodies the very essence of what it means to be truly free. Her legacy continues to inspire activists, artists, and everyday people around the world. Section 9. An unwavering spirit, Harriet Tubman's enduring impact. Harriet Tubman, a name synonymous with courage and resilience, continues to inspire generations even more than a century after her passing. Her life story is not just a chapter in history books, it is a beacon of hope and a testament to the power of the human spirit. Harriet Tubman died in 1913, but her spirit lives on. Her legacy is etched in the hearts of those who fight for justice and equality. She was a woman who defied the odds, escaping slavery and then risking her life to lead others to freedom through the Underground Railroad. Her bravery and unwavering commitment to justice have left an indelible mark on history. She reminds us that ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Harriet Tubman was not born into privilege or power, she was born into bondage, yet she rose above her circumstances to become a symbol of hope and freedom. Her story teaches us that no matter where we start in life, we have the potential to achieve greatness. She teaches us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Harriet Tubman faced unimaginable dangers, yet she never wavered in her mission. Her courage was not about being fearless, it was about moving forward despite the fear. This lesson is timeless and universal, reminding us that true bravery is about perseverance and determination. Her life is a blueprint for how to fight for what's right, even when the odds are stacked against you. Harriet Tubman's journey was fraught with peril, but she never gave up. She fought tirelessly for the freedom of her people, and her efforts have paved the way for countless others to continue the fight for justice. Her story is a powerful reminder that we must stand up for what we believe in, no matter the challenges we face. She is a shining example of the power of one person to make a difference. Harriet Tubman's impact was not just limited to her time, it continues to resonate today. Her life shows us that one person's actions can ripple through history, inspiring change and progress. Her legacy is a call to action for each of us to use our voices and our actions to make a positive impact in the world. So the next time you're facing a challenge, remember Harriet Tubman. Think about her strength, her resilience, and her unwavering commitment to her cause. Let her story inspire you to push through your own obstacles and to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the path may seem. Remember her courage, her determination, her unwavering belief in freedom. Harriet Tubman's life was a testament to the power of belief and the strength of the human spirit. She believed in freedom, not just for herself but for all people, and she dedicated her life to making that belief a reality. Her story is a powerful reminder of what we can achieve when we hold fast to our convictions. Let her story be your guide. In times of doubt or difficulty, look to Harriet Tubman's life for inspiration. Her journey was not easy, but it was filled with purpose and determination. Let her example guide you in your own life, reminding you that with courage and perseverance, you can overcome any obstacle. Let her spirit ignite your own. Harriet Tubman's spirit was one of unyielding strength and hope. Let her legacy fuel your own passion and drive. Use her story as a source of motivation to pursue your dreams and to fight for what is right. Her spirit lives on in each of us, urging us to be brave and to make a difference. Go out there and make a difference. Harriet Tubman's life is a powerful reminder that we all have the ability to affect change. Whether through small acts of kindness or larger efforts for justice, each of us can contribute to making the world a better place. Let her legacy inspire you to take action and to make a positive impact in your community and beyond.